Hello everyone, welcome to today's Novedge webinar about VisionLiDAR, the most comprehensive point cloud software. In this webinar, we will cover the different functionalities of VisionLiDAR, from the classification to the extraction. We will see how the software will help you on a day-to-day basis to ease your workflow and speed up the delivery of your project. Today's webinar presenter, Jordan Boulay, is a professional Geomatic Specialist who works with Geo-Plus. After spending more than 5 years in remote settings, Jordan Boulay understands what drives businesses and helps them achieve their goals. He supports clients with a fast response time by providing precise information and high-quality data. And now let me tell you a little bit about Novedge. This is us. Novedge is changing the way designers purchase 3D software, offering more choices, more freedom, best advice, faster service, and most importantly, no headaches. Check us out at novedge.com, where you can find Geo-Plus products. And for more daily software news and promotions, you can always find us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. Last but not least, today's webinar is free, and I will be recording it so you can watch it over and over again on Vimeo and YouTube. Just search for Novedge. And now, without further ado, I'm going to share Jordan's screen. Here you go, Jordan. Take it away.
So just before we start, just to make sure everyone can see my screen.
We can.
Perfect. So I will present you our product, VisionLiDAR, which will help you do the processing of your point cloud data. So basically, at Geo-Plus, we're a company which exists since more than 30 years ago. We are mainly working in software for processing data. We start with land surveyor, architect, civil engineering. So we have over 20 software in our suite, and we have over 34 distributors across the planet. We, of course, do have partnership with the main name of industry to assure the compatibility of our product with your already solution you have in your office. So basically, based on artificial intelligence, we developed a software which will help you process all the data in single step. So to do so, we are compatible with multiple scans, regardless of provenance. We accept most of the format, and obviously the most common, such as LAS, LSZ, and E57, without mentioning Recap and FLS from Faro. You can import both point clouds from LiDAR and photogrammetry. So no matter where your data is provided from, you will be able to upload them into the software. As we said, we have no discrepancy between the scanner you can use. So you can use terrestrial, mobile, aerial, or a combination of them, and you will be able to import all of those scans into one simple environment. The functionality of VisionLiDAR. To make it quick, we do classification, analyze, extract, and we give an option to share and collaborate your data with other people or other software. For the classification itself, VisionLiDAR allows you to classify your data in between 128 classes. To do so, we have automated tools such as soil, vegetation, building, and noise detection. So that means the software, with the parameter setup, will be able to detect for you all those elements. After that, we have the option to display them in RGB, in class, as you can see in the top screen, to help you identify the element of your data, and others, such as intensity, for other processing we can offer. To ease your work, we offer you clipping box and fencing tool. Basically, it allows you to limit a specific area of work to speed up the process and give you a result in the fastest time. To help you in the automatic detection, we have also a cluster detection tool. So basically, with VisionLiDAR, will detect cluster of points and regroup them within boxes, which after that can be used as reference to extract specific elements of your point cloud and classify them in one click. From that, you can create a library of boxes which can be used in other projects to speed up the process. You can also then export this information to your CAD, your JS, and also in GeoJSON format. We also offer the possibility to import 360 images. So it will help you identify during your classification the elements you want to put in specific classes. We are compatible with E57 from Cyclone, the image from Faro, Autodesk Recap, and any images in E57. You just have to simply import the path when you acquired all those photos. Concerning the analyze, you can do structure analysis of your point cloud. You can do compare scan, so that means you take a first scan and the previous date, and then a second scan, and you can do a scan-to-scan comparison, which will help you identify and detect the discrepancy between both of them. Mostly used in civil engineering, it allows you to see which part of a specific structure is damaged over time and to apply the corrective at the specific spot. You can do it also with mathematical model. As we can see at the bottom of the screen, you have the scan of a cylinder, and from that scan, we can create a mathematical cylinder, a perfect cylinder. And from that, you can compare both the mathematical model to your scan to see where are the discrepancy between both of them. Such as mentioned earlier, you can do it with bridges, tunnel, and any kind of structure. And from that point, you will be able to create a PDF report which can be shared with the proper people. To help you also in analysis, we have a civil model which will help you create some DTM, cross-section, profile, even calculate volume. And from that point, you will be able to specifically detect the amount of soil that need to be moved from one project to another, for example, when you do a road. So it can, from your office, know how much material will be needed for the work. For the extraction, VisionLiDAR basically allow you to do land surveying from your office. You will have your point cloud, and from it you will be able to detect and extract lines, points, surface, create alignment and corridor, and also do some dendrometry. In a urban setting, it will allow to detect the trees for you automatically. We also offer an automatic tool for catenary detection. So the software will detect the catenary for you. You just click the starting point, and then the software will by itself find all the power line, for example, and allow you to do a classification from that point to extract them to be imported into a CAD, for example. You can also have the option to do a clash detection. So you can set up a radius around your cable to know and identify which element can enter in conflict with your power lines. Once you do that, you have also the option to detect the pole from the power line and extract them directly for your other software. We also offer the road bisection tool. So in that module, you will be able to create templates of a specific element of your road, for example, and following an alignment that you previously created, you will be able to reproduce this template all along your alignment, speeding up the process to extract specific features in your point clouds. We're using features code, which help you later on to identify which type of element has been extracted. We do also BIM in VisionLiDAR. So from VisionLiDAR, you have a module which will allow you to create LOD2 of BIM, so level of detail 2, all you see with the naked eyes, wall, doors, window, anything which is related to the structure of the building itself. You will be able to then build up a library from that. You can also preset some specific dimension for some elements. So you can preset doors or windows. So you don't have to set the dimension every time you pick one. It will be memorized within your database. And every time you click a point on your element, it will draw for you the windows automatically at the specific dimension you previously set up. It follows the hierarchical structure of BIM. So you can export it to an EFC, which can be used in other software. We can also share the cards with AutoCAD in recap format directly to be compatible. So also you can do a surface backsection with our BIM model, which allow you to create structures from the BIM itself. So you can later on use them for analysis. We do offer an object detection in VisionLiDAR. So basically you can determine a specific object into your point clouds, and the software will try to find for you all the objects which are similar to the one you specify to it. It will give you a percentage of correlation between the one found by the software and the object you determined. About the sharing and collaboration. One of the main advantages to speed up your workflow will be to simply allow you to draw your elements into your CAD from the VisionLiDAR. So you do your job in VisionLiDAR, and using the feature codes, you will be able to draw all those elements in real time, if you want so, into your CAD. And because we use feature codes, it will keep your standards. So into your technical drawing, you will keep the same symbology, color of line, size, and any information that you use in your specific standards. You can then share the database. We share a database between both. So you have a plugin which will be installed to your CAD, will allow it to go into the database of VisionLiDAR to allow you to import all those extractions you've done. We are also compatible with recap. So basically, you can keep the same structures from recap in Revit from VisionLiDAR, which speed up the workflow and keep you all the information in the same structure that you're already working into your Revit environment. We do offer also an option via VisionLiDAR 365 to share your work with third parties. Those third parties won't have ability to play, or mostly they won't have a possibility to modify the point cloud. So you show your data are saved and won't be corrupted. They can also check and measure elements themselves, read your annotation, and create annotation themselves to be shared with a person on the office if they, for example, need to do some work. So if you think, or if they find some information not proper to the reality, they can contact directly back the person on the field and ask them to redo the scan on a specific part of it. You can configure the platform to set up the accesses to the proper person. So you have a total control of who and what they have access to. So basically, why choose VisionLiDAR? With VisionLiDAR, the main object of it is to help you ease and speed up your workflow. It will require less people on the field to do the acquiring of data. You can do your work from your office, avoiding a lot of travel and expenses. You can integrate them to your CAD directly. And at the end, because we replace 6 software in one, you will save money and reduce errors because the software will do a lot of work for you. And obviously, all of that is supported by our outstanding technical support, which is available every day of the week and which is not limited. So you don't have a specific number of tickets you can plus per year. You have to call us 10 times or 100 times a year, we'll be always available for you. So that concludes the presentation of the software itself. Thank you for attending the presentation. And now if you have any question, I will be taking them.
Thank you, Jordan. That was great. So I'm hanging on a few more minutes, and we're waiting for any questions or comments. In the meantime, if you don't mind, I will take the screen back and thank everybody for joining us today. And also, I want to show you the product page where you can find VisionLiDAR on the Novedge website. And as you can see, it's our website. It's very easy to navigate. All the configuration are really easy to find, and you can always talk to us if you need more information on version updates, upgrades, and compatibilities with other software. Jordan, I don't see questions coming in. I think you were absolutely clear. And I also want to remind that I've been recording this webinar. So if you want to watch it again or share with your colleagues and bosses at work, you can find it on Vimeo and Novedge. Just search for Novedge, and YouTube, same thing. We have our channel. And great feedback, just good feedback from the web. And but no question. Thank you so much, Jordan. That was very informative. And thanks everybody for joining us today. Have a great rest of the day. Bye bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye bye.